welcome back to the BullParagon channel, where my goal is to bring simple and effective trading studies and strategies to you. Today we've got another Think or Swim study that we've come up through the Knights of the Round Table Discord. This is a very effective strategy and a very unique way of day trading. So this is mostly going to be used for intraday trading, and we're going to use these trend channels. So when we look at these trend channels, we're effectively finding the range for the day. On very range-bound days, this is great, like yesterday was. Today is October 29th. Yesterday was Friday the 28th, and it was a very range-bound day. With these trend channels, we're using some of the characteristics of the day to identify and find that sweet spot of a channel. And the beautiful thing is, as price moves, the channel moves with it. So as we find our entries, and the way that we use this study is on a 5-minute chart. We've got the settings dialed in. I personally do not like to trade the first 30 minutes of the day on a study such as this. And once we get past that first 30 minutes to really identify our channels, and you see early in the day the channels are very tight, we don't have a lot of range to them. I like the day to set up, get through that first 30 minutes or so, and then watch for entries. For me, an entry is when we see price come out of the center zone, call this the chop zone, into one of the channels. I want to see price close within this dark blue channel, and these lighter blue channels, the little edges are pretty much my stop loss zone or my take profit zone. So I want to see price come up and close within the dark blue once we get in that trend channel, and then my exit is when price comes down and closes below the light blue, or if we come up above the light blue at the top and then back into the dark blue and close there, I like to take profit. That for me is a good take profit signal. So when we talk about how we trade those trend days and how we have the confidence to stay in a position all day, this is what we look for. We come up and close within the channel, either this candle at 10:15 or when the candle closes at 10:20. Either one of these, if you don't like it here, you want to wait for the confirmation, you get in here. SPY's at 383.03 at this point, and we get in and we never have a candle close outside of that lower edge of the channel. This is our sell target. So if we want to look at this, and sometimes I'll use price instead of candles, I like to use a line for a study like this, and it really takes out any of that, hey, did we get down and touch below? Was it right at? I'm just looking at the closes of the candles by using this line. So I know this is a chart like something you've probably never seen before, probably would never imagine where are the candles, how do I trade a chart like this? We're simply getting in when price closes again after 10 a.m. Once price closes inside one of these channels, we're getting in and staying until price closes below. So if you're trading an intraday SPY day trading going from our 383 range, you rode this all the way up to 390 at the end of the day with no problem and never a concern of getting out. If we go back and look at our candles and we want to look at just candles for the day, you're going to have several dips where you're going down for 4 5-minute candles in a row. You've got 20 minutes of downside here, again here, got another 15 minutes here of going down. And as you see these red candles going for 15, 20 minutes, you can hold with confidence because we're still in the zone. And even if this candle here broke down and closed below, you're still going to be getting out at 384.63, and we were buying it at 383. That's the beauty of the channel, is that it will move with price as price goes up. So again, this is just a snapshot of Friday. Let's go back and take a look at the last few days and see what else we see as we look. Another thing I like to look at with these, and here we go, this will be Thursday the 27th. Again, we're waiting for after 10 a.m. to see how things set up. We do have a move up into the channel. We close up here to close the candle at about 384. However, we're going to be getting out of this one here at 383.55. Even trading an option and getting into a 0 or 2 or 3 DTE, you're going to have a small loss there, but you got out before the pain got bad. What you don't want to do is be buying this call and hold through this position. And look, some people are going to get in here at 384 and somewhere between 385 and the trigger be taking out here with some profit in this range as they see this red candle, at least be covering costs on their position. Other people are going to see this and know for sure this trade did not work out. We did not ride a long trend. Let's get out of it here and not hold through the chop zone. This chop zone, the area between our blue channels, we do not want to be in these positions. And as you start to look at these charts and get more comfortable with them, we're also going to see if there's a lot of horizontal and these lines are not really moving, not really having much separation to them, and you're not getting a clear defined move one direction or the other in the market, a lot of the folks in our Discord will go ahead and stay out of this trade, even where this put comes through as an opportunity. And look, we got into this put here at about 381.40, and you could have stayed in this for a while because even though these candles touched over, they didn't close outside of. So you could have stayed in this all the way down to 380 before you started seeing movement coming back up. You're definitely going to be out here. Ideally, you want to take profit somewhere on the way back up because you had plenty of opportunity to. But we for sure don't want to be in a position in the chop zone. You might want to get back in once we close down within the channel in this range. And then you could have rode this channel again all the way down. So if you're getting into this position here, because let's say you missed all the morning, and you see this move coming down here, and we're in that blue channel at 1:30 in the afternoon, you had no reason to sell all day through the rest of the day looking at this system. Did we come up and touch? Yeah, we touched late in the day. Maybe you're getting out here. If not, you still had room to make profit all the way through. And if you held through this where just barely maybe touched out, maybe didn't, if you held through that, you definitely had to move down at the end of the day. But as we look through a few days here, let's go back, take a gander back at Wednesday and see what we looked at there. Here's another move where, again, we wait till after 10 o'clock. We have our defined move up. We close in the channel right at 10 o'clock, and we're looking to play that move up. And look at how well this channel establishes itself as we move up. Now, as I said, if we come up and touch outside of the zone and get above that upper band, you may want to look at taking some profits when you come back in, because sometimes that move from above coming back down is going to be one that we look at. Are we going to test down? But again, maybe you just set your stop loss here and make sure your stop loss is somewhere between where we're at and where you entered this position. But as this trend channel moves up, man, you catch a strong move riding up here, and we really don't have a reason to get out until we get down here. Now, some of you will say, look at these candles. We're a lot of indecisive candles. You could get out. If this move happened to turn from here and keep going up, this channel would have kept pushing up. This is definitely our get out zone right here. From here, we're going to go and say, okay, we came in and somewhere here around 383.70 and out at the latest by 385.69. We got a good couple of bucks there. That was a good, strong move riding this trend up. And we don't want to be taking positions in the chop zone, because a lot of times in this center zone, you're going to see this move down. Yeah, you could have caught a good move, could play playing the bounce. I don't like positions in the chop zone. For me, a study like this works best between 10 a.m. and about 12 for entries. That 2 hours, if you don't see a good solid entry with the channel moving up, I don't like to play too much after that. You can catch some moves later in the day, but that's really the sweet spot. And that's really the sweet spot for me for a lot of my entries is between 10 a.m. and noon. But with a study like this, there's many ways you can use it. You can set it to the settings that work best for you. You can back test and check out a lot of different settings with it. Here's another day where we caught a good move up before 10. Once 10 o'clock rolls around, we're already in the zone. I don't want to take an entry in the middle of the channel. If you do take an entry in the middle of the channel, and it's fine if you do, I then don't like to use exiting the lower bar of the channel as my stop. I might make getting out of the dark blue my stop. I might just come up with a stop that's 10% below where my entry is on the price of what I'm buying for an option. But I don't like to take a lot of moves in the middle of the channel. I would rather wait and see price come down below the channel and then new entry coming in. I would rather take an entry here and be in at 382.64, be watching, have an opportunity here. This thing got up to 384.23, and somewhere between that high and coming down here is where I'm going to look at my exit. I'm somewhere along this coming up and seeing 2 red candles probably going to at least cover my costs at this point. I'm going to be completely out by the time we close outside of the channel. If you want to play it all day, and no problems if you do. Me personally, I don't do a lot of late in the day positions, but if you want to play it late in the day and you come up and you close in the channel here at this 383.64, you stayed in the channel again for the rest of the day. And we had highs up here that were 385.27, so there's definitely opportunity to make money here. Even if you held till close, you had some opportunities to still be in a good little profit here. But these are just what I refer to as the trend channels. This is something, again, that we came up with through the Knights of the Roundtable Discord and collaborating with several of the people there. A lot of contributors on this one. We've worked on this study for quite a while to establish the sweet spot of these channels, of these zones. And again, not every day is going to be a 100% trend day, but those days that are, this is how we play it. This is how you make sure you catch the entire trend. How many days have we had that we've said, man, I was in this thing and in my 0DTE option at $1, and I sold at $1.25 or $1.30, and the thing went to $3 by the end of the day, and I left a lot of money on the table. This is how we're going to make sure we capture those trend days and get the most out of that trend. I will have the studies for this in the premium channel in the Discord, and I'll have links below to the Discord. Look for the BullParagon channel and subscribe for the premium content. You will get all of the code for these studies, and we'll have multiple different levels of settings. There are different settings for different time frames that work out pretty well. Some of the folks in the Discord have even set up settings for this in TradingView. They're nearly identical to what we have in Thinkorswim. All the studies that I build are in Thinkorswim. I'm going to have a second video in that Discord that has a more elaborate description as to exactly how we came up with these studies, how they're built, what exactly these channels are measuring, and what they're built on. So I'll look forward to seeing you all in the Discord. Again, it's the Knights of the Roundtable Discord. There'll be a link in the description below, and I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.